Welcome back to another episode. PC Images live stream on YouTube. So tonight we're going to be looking at not one but two red-tailed hawks. What an adventure. Oh my god. What a blast. You know, I mean, little creek forest area just down behind the house here, and well, if you watch the video, it doesn't tell you everything, but it's pretty much everything. I just walking down this one path and I just look up, and within like 5 feet away from me, just a little more than arm's reach away, it's a nice red-tailed hawk there. So super close. And just start firing away, getting photos, video, and yeah, we'll go a little bit into it here with the behind the scenes kind of thing. One bit of bad news is that right now the drive that I had, the hard drive that I had all the photos on and most of the video from both my cell phone and the camera R7 are a little corrupted. The files are there. I did a disk check and now I can't get the files back. They're still on the drive, but I don't know, trying to figure out how to get them back if I can. The drive was messing up before that. Probably shouldn't have really done anything, but it's reading slow. I don't know. Either way, right now I only have the video that was completed, the edited version that is up on my channel. So, but I'm gonna try and look for a few other things on it. So it really sucks. I don't know. I was hoping that maybe I had some of the videos somewhere else, but it's like my web server. I'm gonna have to do dual drives, raid a set of drives, because I can't. It's driving me crazy. I got so many great photos on there and video. Anyways, yeah, so I was gonna look for a few. It's only gonna be in this one other drive. Even when I do my Photoshop stuff, don't normally put it. It all goes on the same drive in the same spot. So nothing there. And I don't think there's anything in here that is mostly the zoo. Yeah. So nothing there. Let's jump over to the video. Oh, I was so excited. It was so awesome. I mean, basically like right behind my head, you can actually, I think you can see the mouse. I don't know. I never really know if I can see it or not, but just above my head on this branch, it was just sitting there. It was just, and when I was walking by, even when I turned around and looked at it, it was pretty good. Didn't care. So let the video play a little bit, and then I'll voice over it. Still getting used to this. I don't know where the volume is on each one of these, so I'm gonna fire it up and then mute it. Not mute it, mute my mic first. Fire it up and then so that I can hear it. Okay, here we go. Oh my god. Okay, so that's kind of good. Audio's. Yeah, so got my other one going here just to check volume checks. Yeah, so this little area where you're sitting here. Later, when I seen the two of them, that was when I was in the beginning here where you see the video. That's when I was laying down in the brush. But this is by the bridge here. This is where I first caught eye of them. Just the one, first of all. I just turned and it was just sitting there. It did move as I started to move a little bit. But I was just not panicking, but panicking. I was just trying to get the video before it flew off. Because most of the time they flew off. If they flew off, they fly off pretty quick. So, but it didn't. It just jumped over. Or it doesn't jump. It flew over from basically one branch to this other branch, and then it was facing straight at me. It was just wild. And then it was wondering what the hell I was doing. And I was just, like moving the camera a lot because I was still trying to get video with the R7. And then I was also trying to get the phone on to get video with it too. So that I had the two views, one from far and one from close. So the one on the left, it's pretty rough. I was fumbling. So this is now with the phone. This is the phone view. It was, and I was trying to get the phone on so I could get also the video with that, because I really like it when I get the video with the phone while taking the still photos, because then you see right at the same time, the picture being taken while the bird itself is moving in the video. Whereas when I'm just with the R7, you go video, then you go back to still, video, still. So it's just the way I like doing it. But yeah, it was great. It was just so close. I couldn't believe how close it was. Didn't take off. It was pretty mellow. Like I said, handheld at this point. This is with the R7 right now. 70/200, 2.8. I mostly shoot at around f8. I also video at f8. Yeah, I don't know. It was good. I also wasn't really quite that used to with the R7 at this point, so this is in the earlier part when it was on the other tree branch. So I was was able to kind of sit down and lay down and hold the camera a little more steady. So that's when this clip cuts out here, it goes back to it, even though I'm walking away.
That was
So it was,
pardon my language. That was so weird.
I don't know if I beeped out the swear in there or not.
Right there.
Can't really hear it.
This branch right here.
But yeah, that's
Red-tailed hawk. Like 5 meters, not even 5 meters, 6 feet away. Beautiful, beautiful. Hopefully all the shots turned in.
I don't know. Yeah, so here's all the photos. Obviously, but normally what I do is I go over these and I can kind of tell you where I was at with the settings and a little bit more of my idea of a little bit of the composition I was getting. I don't like moving around too much once I'm in this state, because I don't, it doesn't take long and then they just fly off. So at this point right here with these photos, I was trying to get more the head focused area, and yeah, losing out on the branch that it's sitting on, which I could have maybe cropped it a bit more, but no, these ones are good. I was looking away at this point. It didn't care too much that I was there, so it was good. Beautiful birds, man. Absolutely beautiful. So at this point now, I moved down the creek a little bit. Probably, I don't know, half a kilometer down. And I was looking up because this is where the one flew to. And as I kind of walked down there, I followed where it went. And I was like, well, it's pretty high up in the tree. Tonight's a lot of ums, because I wish I just rather had the still photos than I can just stay on it all the time. This is still the still, but anyways. So at this point, like I said, I was also messing around with. This is the cell phone view right now, and right down here, right to a little bit to the left, but in the middle bottom corner, which should, I just never know if you can see the mouse or not, but anyways, yeah, there's the other one, and I believe this one down here on the bottom, about an inch from the bottom, that is the female, and then this guy up here, way up high in the branch, a little white kind of looks like a white dot right at this point, but was the male that I just took pictures of earlier and video and flew over here. So roll the video a bit more and see where I at that point realized that that's where the second one was, and then
I can't see the other one.
there, that's it. So and then they end up flying coming up together closer, but it's pretty high up there, so the shots for, well, you can tell by the video, they were just bottom shots up, not really some of the better photo ways to take, but in this, now I'm trying to get the other one in view. It's so crazy because at this point, you know, I'm trying to get everything I can, and video shots. I really wanted to have like a lot more of them, together, but yeah, it worked out. That's as the video goes through, we'll see that they land beside each other, which allowed me to get some better video, but then they're still pretty high up there. And trying to get photos and video at the same time, really the only way I'm doing it is with the phone. And that's getting the video while I'm taking the photos, and then I'll jump back into getting more video with the mirrorless camera with the R7. So this photo was pretty good. Like I said, I don't know my settings at this point right now because I don't have the files. But I pretty much will shoot. This probably was one over 1,000th of a second, and always around ISO 800. And I normally shoot at f8. Might have brought down the shutter speed a little bit in some of these points, and up more now, so maybe 1 over 2,000th of a second. That's because there's more light. So this is where I was trying to maneuver myself so that, I could get the two of them together, because they're now on the same branch. But every time I was moving the camera, not every time, but a lot of times, so many branches in the way, and it would just go out of focus, and then because it catches a branch or whatever. But overall, it wasn't too bad. And it's kind of not upside down, but I just have the camera pretty much rested on my eye, facing straight up, because they're pretty high up there. So it's good, it's video, but obviously love to be a lot closer to them and more high level. But I moved back a little bit farther here because I kind of realized that they weren't going to take off, and they were kind of looking down at me because they can hear me rustling around, obviously, but you can also hear the camera. I still have mechanical mode on at this point. I've learned now we get more skittish birds that I put it on electronic mode, and have found that the photos aren't really turning out too bad. So stay on there, it's a lot quieter. But this one was pretty cool. It's just looking right down at me like, what are you doing? A lot of times they can see the glass too from the lens, so when they look down they see that reflection. So you got the two of them together there. I was happy for that one. It was tight because the lens, you can go back far enough. Couldn't zoom out far enough. So that about 200 with the teleconverter on it, extender, and the crop potty, the 1/6 crop. The male moved down onto the other branch, down a little bit farther, so it gave me about another 10 feet closer to get better photos of it, but still pretty far away, and there's lots of branches in the way, so that also made it harder. It's the female, I believe, up here right now. Yes. Then the male flew back up, so now he's over against the main tree there. Kind of on an angle at this point with the camera. Makes it a little wild to look at, I guess. I don't know. Turned around. Got butt shots, but you get to see the tail, which is pretty cool. Some black and white shots, about 3 or 4 of them. R7 doesn't do too bad for the black and white shots. And then don't think though in this video no, I didn't do any in this one in post, but now I'm just starting to do them in post. I just tried it with the R7 to see how it shot, and it's just, I find it just as good to do it in post. So convert from a colored photo that I got to black and white. Especially in the C raw format or raw format, it's so the male was moving away from the tree again. I'm not sure the relationship between these two. I've got other photos of the male before. Same thing, I was perched in this, or sitting in this other area, and I just turned around and boom. I think it was the female at that point. Yeah, it was the female. Which I think I have in either a short or a prior video to this one. So. Yeah, it kind of, just pause it there for a sec. It's kind of crappy that I don't have the actual photos so that I can go through all the specs and stuff with that, but
oh my god, not too often on a day when you're out, not for me anyways, that you get to see not one red-tailed hawk.
I was so stoked, so happy, man. It was
2 of them. Oh my god, this video is gonna be absolutely amazing. You guys are gonna love it. And the photos and the videos are gonna be right here on my channel. I am so hyped. Oh my god. Like, subscribe, and love this video, as I do. I'm so stoked. Oh my god. Okay. Later.
all right. So that was the video of not one but 2 red-tailed hawks, and I was pretty hyped at that time. The video, when you're in the moment, I don't want to say panicking, but it's just trying to get all the footage I could, and trying to get the phone set up, and not really set up, but just turning it on, knowing, like, you know, I used to with my Samsung before I lost it, and the battery would last so much longer than my iPhone, but iPhone is a little bit older. It's a 12 versus the 20. It's 24. But anyways, it you know, I would just record for I don't know, hour and a half that I was out, and just not turn it on and off, and just video the whole time, even if you know, a good 70% of it was looking at the ground. Just wherever because just be holding the camera with one hand to be facing the ground, so the phone is attached to it, so it just faces the ground. Yeah, and I just had a bunch of footage that's just not good for anything. So why waste all that space and battery and everything? But when I shut the video off and then see something and then quickly got to turn it on, it starts to get to be now you go into panic mode. You want to have the video from the phone, you want to have the video from the camera, SLR, the DSLR, I can't say it speak tonight, and then go back to stills and vice versa. And I don't really end up knowing how long they would be there or what they were going to do. So, but overall, I was happy. It just when I got into the editing part of it, it did tend to see where you probably could have done stuff better or different. But maybe if better opportunities to come, which that the first part of the video, like when I first seen it, and it was like literally like 5 feet away. That was some of the best video, and I was hoping that it would be good because of my settings, and I wasn't super used to the R8 at that R7 at that time. But yeah, overall it was a fun video, and it was a great adventure. And the editing turned out alright. A little bit pissed now that I might not be able to get those files back. So I'm definitely always learning. I know, like, even with my web server, I need to always have 2 drives rated so that it's always double copies of everything. It just takes that one time for something to mess up and it's gone. And this drive was acting slow and maxing out all the time, and so I thought I'd do a disc check on it. That didn't help. That's made the situation worse. So, but yeah, and this is kind of going to be a short one now. So, anything in chat? No. I was meant to fix that too. Yeah, see, so I get that error now too. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. If I go here, gonna welcome, because that's, I don't know. Let's try. Yeah, so I think it's buffering pretty crazy. I do also have, hopefully you guys are even like hearing this pretty smooth. I've had some issues with my internet too. Oh, I got a ton of mosquito bites yesterday. Sorry, off topic right away from like slow internet problems there to being out last night, mosquito biting. I did also want to say one thing in this video is that I'm going live mobile, and I'm trying to do some in the scene, in the time stuff, and I'm doing that over on my Twitch channel. So that's at PC Images on Twitch. I'm going to make sure that my links on my YouTube channel are linked over to Twitch, and I'd love you to join me there. Once I have 50 subscribers, so I'm 40 away from that, then I can go live mobile on YouTube. I am going to try tomorrow to try to do it, because possibly through Streamlabs or OBS, it might kind of jump past it and allow me to do it. I'm not sure, but I know, like, by the YouTube rules, you need 50 subscribers. So yeah, come in, enjoy my videos, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. But yeah, I think we're gonna kind of end this one a bit short. Don't see anything really going on. This is just a be right back. But this is one of the photo of the female, probably about 2 weeks ago before that, so I imagine it's probably the same one. So, but that was like just in the little part of the creek farther over, and I happened to just be taking some pictures of a red-winged blackbird, and I turned around and there she was right on the branch. So that was pretty cool. That's the only photo that I have right now, other than the ones that were in the video. But yeah, so I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna hang around for a bit, and that's it, I guess, for this stream. Love to get more people on, and then get chat rolling and answer questions and stuff. So yeah, don't be afraid, stop by and enjoy, and see you in the next one. See you in the next one.